All right, I am slacking today. I have fallen behind schedule a little over an hour. Not that it really matters. I mean, it's Sunday. I'm really not going to be doing anything else the rest of the day, so I mean, it really don't matter. But I am so particular about um, my routine. I mean, I guess you could call it that. That when I fall behind like this, I don't know. It just kind of it's more of a personal thing. Maybe it's something I need to just kind of deal with internally. But when I get off schedule like this, it bothers me. I feel like I'm not failing, but I don't know, being lazy, I guess. Even though the reason I've fallen behind is I had some things to deal with at the house, um, some handyman stuff, I guess. And I think, keyword here, think I got it fixed. We'll see. Um, but uh, but yeah. So here we are, Sunday. Um, it's back day, of course, and I'm probably gonna follow the same formula that I've been following for, well, I hate to keep splitting it up, but for chest, I've been doing this probably 6 months or longer. And I just recently added it into my back training. I'm going to do three kind of heavy sets here. I still cannot, I don't know, I can't really figure out another way to add weight on here without, you know, without it just falling off because that's probably what's going to happen. I mean, maybe I could slide some two and a halves underneath the fives, but then that's only 5 more pounds. Like I don't know. It kind of sucks because this machine is for what I'm trying to do. It's not really heavy enough anymore. Um, I never thought I'd say that, to be honest with you. But this is what consistency gets you, really. Um, I mean, maybe I'll just have to switch the order around. Maybe I'll have to do this as the last exercise. But then again, I don't know, man. It's something I'm gonna figure out. But anyways, I'm gonna do three heavy sets. I mean, how heavy they're gonna be, again, they're probably not going to be as heavy as I'd like, but three like that. Then I'll take some weight off, do a couple lighter, and it'll be 5 sets per usual. 5 sets here. Um, and I'm probably only going to do a couple exercises today, really, because I hit back again on Tuesday, back and biceps. Um, that's only 1 day rest between, so I got to kind of play my cards right and kind of not overextend myself here to the point where when I try to come in Tuesday, my back's still so sore it's hard to even do anything. Now I also could switch things around, but for my split that I'm doing, hitting chest twice, back twice, this is the best that I've found works without just completely switching everything, which I don't want to do. I mean, if I have to, I will, but I'm not to that point yet. So, um, yeah, if I do 5 sets here, throw in one more exercise, 3 sets, that's 8 sets. I mean, it's not a lot. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. I was gonna say it's not a lot, but I'm hitting back again Tuesday, like I said. So you know, it's it's gonna be a set by set thing, which I feel like I say that every fucking workout, but even more so with back because just for that reason. Um, anyways, I mean, if I have to, I will try my damnedest to put those two and a halfs in there. Like I said, it'd only be 5 more pounds, but maybe that's all I need for 2, 3, 4 weeks, and then I can try to figure something else out. But um, let me just do a set. See how many I'd imagine, like usual, uh, probably 12, 13, 14, something like that. I was close. They stayed up there. Yeah, I mean, this is not ideal at all, obviously. But hey, the gains are worth it. Whatever I got to do, to keep progressing. Okay, come on now. Um, I guess that was a rest pause. I think I rested too long, and it made the last 2 reps that I did probably harder than what they were gonna be. But all in all, it was a pretty good set. I did 14. Do I want to try that? I mean, why not? I'll try it. Uh, what's worse that can happen? Or should I even ask that question? Yeah, I'll just try to slide them underneath these 2 5s. And again, it's only 5 more pounds. But with one set down, and I had 5 pounds for the next 2 heavy ones. Um, by the third one, I'm thinking, it'll be a struggle to even get 10. This is all just theoretical. Only way to find out is to do it. So let me grab them. Uh, I feel like this is a catastrophe waiting to happen. I'm not even sure if you guys can see, but here's the 5. Here's the 2.5s tucked in there nicely and neatly, just to probably fall off in the middle of the set. I mean, I've got it on there honestly the best I can. The the worst that could happen here, I guess, without just something really bad, is I'm worried about this cable because obviously it's probably only scaled or however you want to say it for the maximum amount of weight that's on this machine. Here I am as a kind of being a dumbass adding 20 more pounds. Uh, and then if you want to add this little one, even a little more. What's the worst that can happen, huh? I'm honestly not even worried about the weights falling off to an extent. Like I don't want it falling off, rolling and hitting somebody else. But if they fall off and land on my feet or something, it's only 5 pounds. I mean, I've smacked myself in the fingers and all that with a hammer. It won't be that big of a deal. The main thing is this cable snapping. Now, well, let me just do it. Let's just do it. All right. That's a pleasant surprise. I think those may have actually stayed on a little better than when I just hit the 5s. And I don't even know how many reps I did because, well, for that reason, I was so focused on trying to be as controlled as I could. No, excluding probably the last couple reps, I kind of threw caution to the wind a little bit and was just trying everything I could, no matter what, to get a couple more reps. But all the reps prior to that, I was it was all about control and doing everything I could to where these added weights didn't fall off. Um, so in doing that, I wasn't really counting. I don't know how many I did, and quite honestly, I don't fucking care because I got one more. I can handle it. It wasn't that bad. Like I said, it's only 5 more pounds. That was it the third or fourth time I've said that. I sound like a broken record, but because 5 more pounds on this kind of movement, it's not the same as say you add 5 pounds on a standing barbell curl. That could make a big difference. Um, it can make a difference everywhere, but what I'm trying to say is like if you're doing a say you're doing a preacher curl, which I love to do, and you add 5 pounds to the barbell to a weight that you was doing about 10 reps. Well, that 5 pounds can make a big difference just because how much smaller your biceps as a muscle group, and it's so isolated compared to something like this where you're using back, biceps, forearms, everything. Uh, so adding 5 pounds to an exercise like this, it's not as substantial. I really I'd need to add like 15 to get to the point I'm trying to get to with this, but I can't. So it is what it is. All right, so far so good. Like I said, one more, and then I'll strip some of this weight off and we'll go a little lighter. All right, what the fuck do I know? Maybe I didn't need 15 pounds because that was pretty much right around the realm where I'd like to finish this. I mean, but really, I kind of want the first set to be that. What this third set was, I did like 9 pretty clean ones, and then the 10th and 11th, I think I did 11. I cheated a little. That way, by the third set, I'm getting probably 8-ish, maybe with a cheat rep, maybe 9 maximum. So, I'm getting closer, but still not quite there. Um, Yeah, that worked. I can't feel my hands, my forearms. I can't feel my lats. All right. You guys, you ever have some, or maybe just one set that burns so bad? You know it's working, it's awesome, but it kind of just pisses you off. That's what's happening right now. Mainly because like I'm just squirming. I can't get comfortable, which is kind of the whole point, right? Um, if you're comfortable while you're working out, you're not working out, you're not training. Like, come on, let's get for real here. That is the complete opposite of what you're supposed to be feeling when you're training. But sometimes it just kind of gets to me. It's like, damn, what the fuck? Why'd I do this to myself? And then I remember, oh yeah, maybe I'm a little crazy, but I love it. I fucking love it. And that's some good shit. My lats and my forearms are so pumped up right now. Okay, I think I'm gonna do the same thing I did. I think I did it on the past two back workouts. The isolated bent over row, I'll call it, where I kind of lay my chest on a bench and it keeps my form true. Make sure I'm not cheating. And it's well, if you haven't seen it, you'll see here in a second. Man, my arms feel like fucking aired up balloons or something. They are so full of blood and pumped up right now, which is cool. It's fucking cool, but I know it enhances the chances, increases the chances. I think that's a better way to say it of me just getting so blown up that it kind of affects these sets in a way I don't want it to. But not only that, I'm actually going a little heavier. I would like the rep ranges here on this to be around 10. Now, maybe on the first set, maybe one or two more than that, but like around 10 generally through all three sets. You know what I mean? Like I said, maybe a little more in the first set, and then the second set I do one or two less, and the third set maybe I do one less than 10, kind of that kind of thing. Um, so I went to the 90s last week. I think I did the 80s, and it's it was okay, but it's just too light. I think that's pretty much what I'm trying to say. Um, so I got the 90s. So not only am I going a little heavier here, my arms are still kind of blown up. There's a chance I might get humbled, but I'm willing to take that chance mainly because I think I can handle these 90s. We'll see. Okay. I mean, that was still pretty much the way I want it. I felt a little sloppy for some reason. Well, maybe not for some reason. I think it's honestly directly caused how blown up my arms are. Uh, I just didn't have as much control. Or didn't feel as smooth and as clean as I usually am. But um, like the last 3 or 4 reps, they were obviously cheat reps. You could even say partials. So I did about 11 or 12, I think, fairly clean. That's pretty good. Well, I'll do 2 more sets to kind of see how it goes. I don't know how this exercise looks to you guys, but I can tell you what it feels like. And it feels like what I've really been kind of looking for in a row movement. for a long time. I feel like it isolates my back the most out of any row movement I've ever done of recent memory, anyways. Um, like because I had to keep my chest on the pad. That way I know my form is strict and I'm not, you know, kind of extending up with the bar to make it easier. Um, because I have to do that, it's like, well, it's pretty obvious what I'm about to say, but when I'm actually driving the dumbbells up, I have to drive or I have to squeeze my back and my lats as hard as I can just to drive my elbows up and back. And like therefore I know and I feel it's all in my back. You know what I mean? There's a little bit of biceps in there obviously, but it's in my back way more than any other row. At least let me say free weight row that I've done. Um, there are some machines that are okay, but I would even say maybe this is better. Now I got to kind of turn the dumbbells almost to a completely neutral grip. It's kind of like halfway between overhand and neutral, somewhere in between there. Um, but I find that it doesn't really make a difference. It's still all on my back, and I like it. So, like I said, I don't know how it looks to you guys. Like I went back and watched, and it's kind of it looks a little. I don't know if goofy's the right word, but just unorthodox. Um, it even kind of looks like the range of motion is kind of weird. But like I said, I know what I feel, and what I feel is the most important thing. As long as everything else, like form wise and all that's good. And what I feel is awesome. So I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm still trying to find that perfect spot. You know, if I need to lean forward a little more or back. Um, but other than that, it feels great. Like I said, I actually did a little bit more. I think I did one or two more reps on that set than the first one. So there's definitely room for me to go up and wait here, and I probably will. But I'm being patient. There's no rush. We'll play week by week and see where it leads me. Ah, that was good. I tried to go a little faster with the rest, or I didn't rest as long. Trying to make it tougher. Did it make it tougher? Fuck, I don't know. I have no idea. All I do know is that it was tough in general, which is exactly what I want. So that's it for this one. All right, let's do one more. A very quick rest because this weight's not that much for me. I'll rest like a minute. I'm gonna go right to the next one. Come All right. Sunday mass complete. I'm fucking torched, but I am loving the new approach and the new kind of way. Not new way, but well, one new exercise that I'm doing, the second to last or the middle one here today, but just the new kind of flow that I'm doing with my back and chest. But like I said, I've been doing chest like that for a while. It feels great. It feels fucking great, dude. It gives me a crazy fucking pump. Um, to the level of like I don't think I've ever had pumps like this in my back specifically. Um, but you guys know my back has always been a problem area for me. And the more I read online, the more I learn that it's actually a lot of people struggle. There was a post that someone, it might have even been a poll. Someone said, "What is the one area that's hardest for you to grow?" And usually, if it's the hardest for you to grow, it usually means it's the hardest for you to get that mind muscle connection, that good isolation and contraction in that area. Um, and the two top ones that I seen was legs and back. Legs, not a problem for me. Back, it is. And ironically, for me, I guess, or just, um, well, yeah, I guess ironically, I don't know. But one of the easier ones that people said for them was chest, and that's always been one of the hardest ones for me. But I think it's because I'm so tricep dominant. Like I got very strong triceps, and when I'm pressing, at least when I used to, they would want to just take over, and they would. That's why my chest under was underdeveloped compared to my triceps. My chest is catching up though, so been a lot of focus and hard work for that to happen. But that's the same thing I'm trying to do with my back right now. So, all right, what do you say we check this shit out? All right. All right, man. I felt that shit in every fucking pose. So I know it's a job well done. As I like to say, and if it's not a job well done, I won't say it at the end of the workout, but I've been doing pretty good lately. Not to pat myself on the back, but win is a win. Anytime you get one, you gotta acknowledge it, but don't let it consume you. Just like you don't let a loss consume you too much. Let it fuel you in a different way. But because when you get a win, you know you're going in the right direction. That should give you fuel, some motivation. Like man, I'm doing this shit right. Let's keep it going. And when you kind of like I said, when you get a loss, you know, something went wrong. You need to adjust. You need to make it right. However, you got to do that, and that should give you fuel and motivation to get better. Anyways, per usual, wrap it up with some cardio. Tomorrow we'll be back for chest and keep this week rolling. Good start to the week. I got really nothing else to add except for it was a great workout. I really like the new um, flow and the new exercises that I'm doing for back. It's working great. So good. I got a good momentum. Try to keep this momentum train rolling in the good positive direction. Um, yeah, that's it, man. Let's go wrap this up with some cardio.